Good evening, y'all. Campouts 75 here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing another commentary. If you don't know, last commentary, I decided that I was gonna just kind of branched off to summer camp. So I decided maybe this time I'll go with, in the future when I'm doing commentary, I'll do it about camping experiences, because I'm in the Boy Scouts, and I go camping almost every month. I think my troop goes and camps almost every month except for, I think, December and August. And I think out of the 5, almost 6 years that I've been in the troop, I've only missed 2 or 3 campouts. So, it's a good opportunity for, content to be able to share my camping experiences. And if you've ever been camping, you know darn well there's interesting camping stories every time. Most of the stories today will be about interesting camping experiences involving playing with cards, because a couple of people brought cards this camp out. But besides that, who knows, the next one might be about the time I caught 85 fish or something like that. I don't know. But as you can see, there's a boat right here. I don't know if you can see it because of terrible camera quality, but I'll get to this in a minute. So the place that we went to go camping with my troop was this random place called, like, Abbey Hanna Park, or Hanna Abbey Park. It's a state park, or no, it might be just a city park, located somewhere in northeast Florida. What was I about to say? Yeah, my troop got there at, like, see, on most campouts, we get there at, like, 8 or 9. It's already dark. It's just all get out. And we gotta set up, and, like, as soon as we get finished setting up, we go to bed. But this time, we left early. And we got there at, like, 7. So we were able to set up pretty darn quick and in the light. Setup went very smooth. I think my tent was the second to go up completely. I decided that I was going to bring some nice things on this camp out. I brought a chair, a cot. And if you don't know, I recently got Eagle Scout. Well, no one knows yet, except for, well, probably everyone who watches these videos. But anyways, gosh, I forget what I'm saying. Yeah, I decided that I was gonna try to take it easy this camp out, because also this is the first camp out in a long time that I haven't been in a leadership position. Because the past 6 months I was the SPL, and the past 6 months before that I was the ASPL. So SPL, if you do not know, is like the top of the leadership. It's almost like as if it's like the president of the United States, except it's the senior patrol leader of your scout troop. And ASPL is the assistant, kind of like how the president has a vice president. And then before that, I was the patrol leader, which would be like a governor. But basically, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the first time in, like, years that I haven't really had to do much when it comes to leadership. So I was gonna try to take it easy this camp out, kind of ease into it. Well, I'd say it went pretty well in that aspect, except for dinner, which I might get to that later. So, anyways, the night that we got there, and had everything set up, we did a lot of cards. I'm just gonna start off with a section just about cards. Just about cards. So, the first thing that we did with the cards was play this game called BS, where essentially your goal is to put down, you get rid of all your cards. It's fairly self-explanatory at that point. But, as you can, it plays like this. So, first you put down an ace of spades, and you play this with several people. I was playing this with 4 people. And once you place down that card, actually, I think I was playing with 5 people, maybe. I don't remember. But you place down the ace of spades. Also, yeah, whoever has the ace of spades places it down because you give everyone an even amount of cards. And then what you do is you go, the next person, so the person to the left of that person puts down a 2. And then the person to the left of that person puts down a 3, and so on and so forth. But the catch is, you don't just have to place down 1 2. Let's say you have 3 2s. You can go ahead and place down 3 2s. But you can also lie about it. So let's say you put down 3 2s. Well, it might not necessarily be 3 2s. It might be a 2, a 3, and a 5, per se. Now you might be like, that's unfair. How you could just place down all of your cards that you have and just win instantly. The thing that balances it out, though, is that if someone calls bullcrap on you, well, I'm not going to say the actual words, and you let's say you put down those 3 2s, and it's actually a 3, a 2, and a 5, you would have to take back all of the cards. Now, that would not be bad. You just have to take 4 cards. But as you're getting to, like, the 9s, 10s, you've got, like, 20, 30 cards you're drawing at once, and it can be pretty devastating blow. But, gosh. But if the person who called bullcrap on you is wrong and you actually did place down 3 2s, they have to take all of those cards. So it's a pretty simple game. I didn't do too much with it. I think I lied like 3 times out of the whole time that we did it. And one time I placed down, the only notable thing that happened with that, though, is that I placed down 3 aces and no one believed me. But I placed down 3 aces, and they had to take, like, most of the deck. Most of the 50 cards that are in a deck. Other games we played included War, which the notable thing that happened with that is that I went from 3 cards in my possession. Because how War works is you both have, let's say you're playing 1 versus 1. Each player has 25 cards. Your goal is to get the highest card. Sweet does not matter. We don't play with jokers either, so that should have shortened it. But my opponent had gotten me down to 3 cards. But with my luck, I don't know what about it, but I somehow won. But that one game of War lasted like 3 hours. We also play Uno, and I shouldn't really mention this because Uno is such a controversial game. If you don't play it the exact way that I play it, or everyone's gonna say something along those lines. If you know, like, basically, if I say anything about Uno, there's gonna be a big fight in the comment section. But please don't fight in the comment section over Uno. It is just how I play. We do stacking, so if you have like if someone puts a +4, but you have like a +2 or a +4, you can put that down, which will make it either a +6 or a +8, accordingly. And this one kid, he placed down a +4 on me. So I placed down a +2. Guy next to me placed down a +4. And it kept on going around and around, adding +2s and +4s until eventually it came back to that kid who gave me the +4. And he had to draw like 16 or 18 cards. And the pure face of, why do you do this to me? It was just hilarious. And the very next go around, the same thing happened, and he had to draw an additional 6. So, in his spare time, he organized all his cards by color and by number and all that stuff, and it was pretty funny. We made the joke that he was archiving his cards. For some reason, a glove was in there. We don't ask about the glove. That might be a story for some other time if I do like an Uno video. Let's think. The next big thing that really happened, I'd like to go over this picture right here. So me and a few of the older boys woke up like 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 6:30, so like half an hour or so before all the rest of the boys woke up, and we went down to the beach. And as you can see, we got this pretty picture. There's all these clouds, these plants and stuff, and the sunrise. But if you look very closely over here, let's see if there's like a zoom function. You see this little silhouette right here? That is a boat. That is a destroyer-class warship that we saw, which was pretty cool, I guess. It was a nice chance to hang out. The beach in general is just a nice place to hang out and scout, because you can swim and all kinds of stuff. Other things that we did at the beach, I did a lot of body surfing, which is basically boogie boarding without a boogie board. And I learned the fatter you are, somehow the better you are at it. My theory is that when you're going, the water pushes up against your fat and propels you forward. I don't know if that's just me being smart or not, but it works. All I know is that I've gotten pretty good at it, so you better watch out if you come and face me in body surfing. We also, a couple of the older boys went out. You know when you're out swimming at the beach and you go out like 50 or so feet and your mom's just like, go out, no, don't go out that far, there's sharks or whatever, and it's like not even above your chest. Well, a couple of us older boys went out so far, really not looking for sand dollars. There was points where it was easily 10 feet deep, but I went diving once. And I don't professionally freedive, but it is definitely one of my big hobbies. I've done a lot of freediving in my time. What time that I have had. And I couldn't touch the bottom. It took me several seconds to get back up to the surface, just to give you some scale. I nearly ran out of breath. But anyways, yeah, we probably went out 300 or 400 feet. So we went out pretty far. Got caught in a rip current for a minute. The way that we all got out there, we pretty much just had one boy at a time would paddle. We were using a boogie board as kind of like this table setup. So like you'd have the boogie board and you'd have one boy on one side of the boogie board, then a boy across from him, and a boy to the left and a boy to the right, kind of sitting on the, not on the boogie board, but like using it to brace themselves. And then one boy would be using the string to pull the boogie board, and that would go on for a couple of minutes, and then it would switch off. And yeah, that was fun in within itself. I wasn't part of that, but I kind of just swam out there myself. Um, so that was fun. We also did a service project where we cleaned up the parking lots. There was a bunch of trash. We went deep in the woods, got a bunch of beer bottles and stuff. I found a wallet. Uh, there was a bunch of spiders, which were pretty cool. Like I can't show the picture now because I don't know how to take images from an Android phone and put them on an Apple computer because I just got a phone. But I got some pretty cool close-up pictures with really good focus on the spiders, and it looks really, really good. A couple of golden orb weaver spiders, which are also known as banana spiders, I'm pretty sure. A couple of crab spiders here and there. So yeah, those are pretty cool. We ended up spending like an hour and a half to 2 hours doing this, and got like, I think it was 7 bags of trash, so it's a relatively clean park, I guess. Though, of course, there was a beach cleanup not too long before, so I think it was the day of, really early in the morning. I'm trying to think if there's any other really eventful stories. There's 2 more that I'd like to cover. First, I'd like to start off with dinner. Dinner was chaotic. The reason I mentioned dinner is most of the time when it comes to food, something always goes wrong on a camping trip in my troop. Something always goes wrong. This time, Grubmaster had had a lot less money to work with than originally anticipated because a couple of scouts dropped, so he wasn't able to get any spices. We were eating chicken and rice. So got this small, like, Europeans, like, this would serve, like, 1 European thing of rice. And then, like, a lot of chicken. And we luckily have a lot of seasoning on our trailer, and the adults have a bunch of seasonings and stuff. But when I started to put seasoning on, my old ASPL didn't agree with putting seasoning on because it would be too spicy, which I kind of get that. I sprinkled on a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of paprika, and he just kind of took it and ran off and put it on the grill before I was done seasoning with it. I didn't get that piece of chicken. But the rest of them, we did once we settled that little disagreement there. It was a small disagreement, but it was enough to it was like the first domino, or shall I say the second domino, I guess. Then we forgot to butterfly the chicken before we finished seasoning it. So again, I put cayenne, paprika, garlic salt, regular salt, pepper, and some oil on it. So it's just basically this little Cajun mix, if you know what I mean. But again, we forgot to butterfly the chicken, so it took forever to cook. And it didn't taste good until we put barbecue sauce on it. But besides that, it was just one thing led to another, and it was just kind of a boring meal. But we also played Manhunt, which, if you don't know, I really enjoy playing Manhunt. And, let's see. I went off to hide in the woods. Sorry for a second. Parents talking about toilets. Basically, the second I get into the woods, if you look at the guitar video, I'm a big boy. I'm 6'2", 270 pounds, pretty large frame. I'm really, really big. But I went 5 or so feet into the woods, And from what my friend was saying, I basically went invisible. They ended up giving up, and when they saw me, because like they thought they'd seen me several times, but decided it wasn't me. That friend, when he went to go hide, he made the mistake of wearing one of those Navy PT shirts. If you don't know what a Navy PT shirt is, let's see. Navy. Basically, when the people in the Navy go to jog in the middle of the night, they have to wear one of these. One of these right here. And because they jog at night, cars need to be able to see them. So they made them bright yellow and put these high fluorescent things on them. So when we shone the flashlight on him, it's like it took 2 seconds. We instantly found him. So when playing Manhunt, don't wear one of these. Please don't. So that's basically how the camp out this weekend went. If y'all want more camp out commentary videos, go ahead and tell me in the future, and I'll try to get them in the future. So, anyways, thank you all for watching, and enjoy y'all's evening. Bye.